It was supposed to be a patriotic, celebratory moment. A polished video of Meghan Markle appearing on live television for the 4th of July. Instead, it erupted into a cultural firestorm when Jon Stewart, the iconic comedian and political commentator, called out the Duchess of Sussex for allegedly copying the exact look of a renowned French chef. Stewart, known for his biting wit and unapologetic honesty, didn't hold back. On air, he blasted Markle for what he described as a blatant, shameless duplication of another woman's identity, sparking a frenzy of debate across social media and mainstream media alike. At the center of the controversy is a striking visual resemblance between Meghan Markle and acclaimed French culinary artist, Chef Amélie Laurent. Just weeks before Markle's appearance, Laurent was interviewed on a Parisian morning show wearing a sleek, off-white blouse paired with a minimalist gold charm necklace. Markle's 4th of July video, released in partnership with a U.S. social initiative, featured her donning an eerily identical outfit. Same style, same tone, same necklace, same sideswept hairstyle. The comparison photos exploded on Twitter and Instagram within hours. Jon Stewart took to his platform, incredulous. It's like she saw the clip, went to her stylist and said, "Give me exactly this. I want to wear another woman's success like a costume," he joked, only half satirically. What made it worse was that Laurent's original outfit was symbolic. It was part of a campaign promoting women's empowerment in the culinary arts. Stewart added, "This wasn't a fashion coincidence, it was cultural appropriation of another woman's moment." The necklace wasn't just an accessory, it was personal. Chef Laurent had worn the charm to honor her grandmother, a beloved family matriarch and fellow culinary legend in her own right. The heirloom had been featured in French fashion blogs and interviews. Meghan wearing what appeared to be an identical piece came across not as a tribute, but as mimicry. Jewelry historians and style watchers confirmed that the Duchess's necklace was not a one-off coincidence. "It's a custom design that matches Laurent's almost to a millimeter," said Louise Caro, editor at European Style Digest. "It's hard to believe someone with Meghan's resources didn't know it had been done, and done very recently." This revelation added fuel to the allegations that Markle, once hailed as a fashion icon in her own right, is increasingly relying on visual mimicry and aesthetic borrowing rather than authenticity. While this controversy is explosive, it's not the first time Markle has faced accusations of style theft. Critics recall the uncanny similarities between Meghan's engagement photo shoot dress and one previously worn by Hollywood actress Priyanka Chopra. Then there was the time she mimicked Carolyn Bessette Kennedy's entire outfit, including hair and makeup, for a high-profile charity appearance. At the time, fans dismissed it as admiration. But with each incident piling up, a pattern is beginning to emerge. Jon Stewart's takedown resonated because it aligned with what many observers have long suspected: Meghan Markle, despite her global platform and endless designer access, is crafting her public image through careful imitation rather than originality. When your brand is supposed to be authenticity, you can't afford to be a replica, Stewart quipped. What particularly inflamed the backlash was the context. Markle's 4th of July message focused on individual identity and celebrating one's roots, yet she appeared to be cosplaying someone else's cultural identity, right down to the necklace. Critics called the move tone-deaf and profoundly ironic, especially given the Duchess's ongoing push to brand herself as a feminist and champion of original voices. Fashion watchdog account at Style Snitch tweeted, "You can't preach originality and sisterhood while duplicating someone's tribute to her sisterhood. This isn't homage, it's hypocrisy." Laurent herself has remained gracious but reserved. Her team issued a brief statement: "Chef Laurent respects all women expressing themselves through style. That said, cultural and personal symbolism should be honored, not replicated." The diplomatic language couldn't mask the growing public sentiment Meghan Markle had once again overstepped. Within 48 hours of the Jon Stewart segment airing, major media outlets across Europe and North America picked up the story. British tabloids, long known for their hostility toward Meghan, were predictably brutal. But even U.S. outlets such as The View, Page 6, and The Cut ran coverage questioning Markle's intent and judgment. Polls run by pop culture blog ParisHilton.com showed 68% of respondents agreed with Stewart's critique, saying Meghan's choice was deliberately imitative. Among the younger demographic on TikTok and Instagram, sentiment was split, but many influencers used the moment to spotlight Markle's aesthetic inconsistencies over the years. The hashtag #CopyCatDuchess began trending, and digital creators dissected side-by-side comparisons in video breakdowns that garnered millions of views. In the age of branding, optics are everything. And when you're Meghan Markle, a woman who left the British royal family to allegedly find her own voice, borrowing another woman's exact look sends a conflicting message. It undermines the narrative she's spent years cultivating, one of personal growth, empowerment, and independence. Jon Stewart's criticism struck a nerve not only because of the specific incident, but because it reflects a growing fatigue with Markle's public persona, one that many now see as curated, inconsistent, and sometimes inauthentic. If Meghan Markle wants to preserve her carefully constructed image as a modern icon and changemaker, she'll have to do more than just wear the part. She'll need to live it originally and without appropriation. The world is watching, and increasingly it's not impressed. The fallout from this controversy continues to mount, with even longtime supporters of Meghan Markle questioning her motives. Social media is rife with calls for accountability, urging the Duchess to address the accusations directly. So far, her silence has only fueled speculation that the imitation was intentional rather than coincidental. Critics argue that for someone who has consistently positioned herself as a champion of individuality and female empowerment, this move reeks of strategic image manipulation. As public trust wavers, Meghan faces a critical juncture: acknowledge the misstep or risk further alienation in a world increasingly demanding authenticity over optics.